So, welcome back to the Airsoft Corner, and I'm going to remake a video that was basically unwatchable. And you probably know what I'm referring to. If you don't, I'm referring to the old KWC Desert Eagle reviews that we did. The video froze up, and I believe 3 places, and the audio got so far out of sync with the video that the review was basically pointless. This will also be followed with a review of the G36, which did freeze once, and also I was attacked by ants. So we're just going to be redoing those for really our own intents and purposes because I don't like them. So I'm going to take the time to redo them. So, on to the actual go. We will do it in the usual Airsoft Corner fashion. We're going to go over specs, we're going to go over impressions, specs, how it feels, yeah, I took this to the field, pros and cons, and then a recommendation. Not really sure what I just said first, we'll start with specs. Specs of this gun, 380 FPS out of the box, supposedly accurate at about 50 feet. It is a gas blowback model, comes fully plastic. Yes, it's 100% plastic, except for the magazine. Gun's plastic, magazine is 100% metal. The thing about being metal is if you drop it, and today at the field, I did drop it, not on purpose, I dropped it. Still works fine, looks nice. Not really sure where it landed, I believe on the feedlet, but performs just like it did before I dropped it. My first impressions upon picking up this gun were, oh crap, I got screwed. And I bought it used, and I really didn't have my expectations set too high because it's a knockoff. Well, I was certainly proved wrong. As soon as I got my hands on some gas, I gassed up the mag, I shot a few rounds through it. And one of the things I noticed was the real inconsistency of the shots. Some wouldn't go as far as others, and some would veer left or right rather than others. So basically, while I was shooting, I was just kind of pulling off some rounds. I shot with 45s and stuff like that, so I was studying the recoil. I was getting a grouping yay big. This is okay for CQB because most people, you know, it's about man-sized. But it definitely disappointed me because of the fact that this gun has a quite long barrel compared to your Glock, your 1911. So, yeah. One thing I did like is the full trees. You're probably going to be able to see them. There. But of course, KWC uses fully licensed guns, so they have licensing to their trades. How it feels. It did okay. We played a game where I had to use a pistol because I was only allowed a pistol. Not everyone else. It was a defend the VIP type game. But it did well. It really did help. I was able to defend myself. And it did its job. So it is feelable. And it's overall a decent gun. So, pros and cons. Cons, it's fully plastic. Take that as you will. The pro version of this is it's lightweight. The con version of this is it can't take CO2 and it's not as durable. I have to say though, for being plastic, it's nicely constructed. Regardless. So, the pros probably has to be the high FPS out of the box. That's impressive. 380 is nice. That's higher than my current primary, which is very interesting. So another con I guess I just thought of would probably also have to be the really inaccuracy. I guess that should be it. Because of a hop up, the dial's right there. But I expected much more from the long barrel Desert Eagle in terms of accuracy and distance than I really expected from almost any other gun. I guess because I bought a clone, that's kind of buyer's remorse, but, you know, whatever. Took it to a field, I was able to do well, I was able to do okay with it, so I'm happy with it. So, I'm definitely not going to do a review where all I do is just talk. So, let's get to the shooting, which is probably what most of you want to see anyway. Welcome back to the Airsoft Corner, and to finish up, we're just going to do a little shooting test with the KWC gas blowback Desert Eagle. Got my gun all loaded up with propane. Let's see how it performs. Normally, I would probably be doing this from a respectable distance away if this was an AEG, but it's not. It's a pistol, and I'm just going to be shooting off my outdoors here. Wanted to do it indoors, but downstairs is too messy. So, okay, I don't know how much you got out of that, but if you could hear, one of the things about this gun is, and I was shooting at about the same spot, I was trying to hit about the center, and you can see where I was kind of veering, and you probably, I hope you did, you saw a couple of the BBs get actually stuck in the box. A lot of this is due to the variation in FPS of the fact that the gas actually goes in the magazine. Because of the fact that the gas goes in the magazine, the hammer, it just hits the valve, it gets as much gas as going to come out, and blows the slide back, and does it again, if you pull the trigger again. The downside to this is you have no regulation over how much air actually comes out of the magazine, except for an O-ring in there, which you can't see, that regulates all the gas from just venting out at once. The only real way to get any consistency from any gas pistol is to switch this out for an external air rig, much like a paintball gun. The reason a lot of people get into airsoft is because they don't want to have a paintball rig setup. Some people, like me, wouldn't mind the paintball setup. So, if you're looking for any sort of consistency with a gas gun, you have to go with a regulator and tank, as it's the only way to get any sort of consistency. The regulator will measure exactly how much PSI is supposed to come out of that tank every time you open the breech. Overall, getting back to this gun. Overall, decent gun, not the greatest accuracy, and as you can see it died pretty quick. It does tend to guzzle gas. I generally can get about 2 magazines out. That I just kind of filled up about halfway. But can easily do some damage in close quarters. Just pull off a few shots, should be able to get a kill if your primary goes down. So this has been an installation of the Airsoft Corner. My name is Ben Berry. Please check back for more videos, as well as 2 new series. One is an upgrade help guide. I will be showing you very soon how to get to the hop-up in the G36, as I've seen 0 videos on how to do this correctly and efficiently. And I will also be, all of us, our whole Airsoft team, me, Tom, and Sternzo, will be shooting up several different items for you, including a few objects we've got lying around. I won't reveal too much because it's still in the preliminary stages. We don't have a name for it. So, check back. This has been an installation of the Airsoft Corner.